for their hospitality, as always, hosting the Coaches Show here every year. And, of course, we want to thank head coach Kevin Townsend for joining us. And now we want to bring in a special guest, the quarterback for Freeland and also playing defensive back, and Jake Metiva joining us. Jake, thanks for taking time out. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So my first question is, what did you enjoy better, the 95-yard pass last year or the pick six this year?
Oh, it's got to be the 95-yard pass. That's probably like my favorite moment of my career. It was electric.
Was it because of the call?
The call, I mean, the atmosphere, everybody going crazy, the moment of the game. It was amazing.
Well, let's fast forward to the first game against Saginaw United. You had the pick six. Tell us a little bit about that play, how you were able to kind of time that interception.
Yeah, so in the week preparing for it, we saw the route combos. So when they had trips to the left, we saw they like to go a wheel, slants. So I set myself up in the middle and just jumped the first slant I saw.
And then, of course, you had a very good game on the offensive side of the ball. Obviously, after the first series, we talked about it. Was there any kind of nerves going into that first game, especially knowing it's your senior year?
Yeah, there's nerves every game. It could be my first, it could be my last. There's always going to be the nerves there, but the more you're there, the more comfortable you are later in the game especially, so it all helps.
So when you first started playing, obviously the game was a lot quicker than you anticipated playing against some of the older kids?
Yeah, I would remember my freshman year. I was on JV, and we'd get pulled up for playoffs, and I'd run scout offense against the varsity defense as a freshman. It was crazy. I mean, there were just people flying all over. I never really knew what was going on, but now you just get more comfortable with it. You've seen it, so yeah.
So your conditioning in the summer, in the off season, how much did that help you? Coach talked about it's going to be important this week. It's going to be pretty hot out there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the summer's big. We usually get in there like a couple weeks after school get out, and we go at 7 in the morning till 9 or 6:30 actually this year till 9. We were getting after it on the field, and it definitely gets you prepared for the season.
So again, you had a good scrimmage, and then obviously the first game you got a touchdown pass to Wilson Huckabee and kind of get you rolling. And what really I've been impressed with is your effectiveness on the 2-point conversions. The passes to Wilson, getting Xander Wheatley involved. It's really looked good the first couple of games.
Yeah. So we have a lot of route combos that we like on 2-point conversions, and we stick to them. We like them a lot.
So has Xander given you any grief about the first game because his pick six was about 20 yards longer?
Yeah, he actually has. Yeah.
So we got to get it. We got to get his confidence up so we can get him on here to talk. So that Bridgeport game. You came in and you established. Obviously, I mean, again, the first possession was a punt, but after that, you established the rhythm on the offense, both sides of the ball. Really, defense, you guys really shined. I think you only gave up like 8 yards total of defense.
Yeah, we came out really slow, kind of played down to our opponent, and then we really just turned up towards the end. We got in our groove, got comfortable, and then never looked back from there.
It was kind of, I know for me where I was sitting, it was a little bit more difficult, but was it difficult for you guys because they lined up a couple of guys in the backfield, almost like a direct snap, old single wing offense. Was it difficult to adjust to that at all?
Yeah, it gets a little weird. We just had to stick to our keys, read the guards up front to see where the ball was going, not get confused in all the hecticness back there, and just read our keys, get to where we need to be.
So obviously we talked about it before the break with Coach. This is one of your games you circle on the calendar every year. This is your arch rival. I bet you it's not very difficult to get up for this game.
No, the intensity is always high. The pregame locker room, the vibes are just there. Everybody's going crazy. Clash for a cure, too. It's just going to be a crazy game. A lot of people there. It should be really fun.
Now, one of the most important things on the defensive side of the ball is staying at home. We were talking about it. Klein can throw the rock. He can really fire it. How difficult is it to just to stay in your position on defense?
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. We just have to make sure we stick to our assignments. If he's scrambling, make sure we're still covering, not coming up. We just need to stick to our assignments, let the other let our teammates do our job or their jobs, trust them, and do us.
No, on the offensive side of the ball, what is there? Do they do anything different that you might have not seen this year, or do you remember from last year?
I mean, they really like to air it out. They have a lot of athletes out there, a lot of athletes at the wide receiver position. So we just need to really lock in for that. Make sure we're paying a lot of attention to those wide receivers, not getting beat deep.
And when you're on offense, is there anything that you see that, I don't want you to give away your secrets. What type of defense do they play that might be a little bit different than you've seen in the last couple of weeks?
Well, I mean, every team adjusts differently to our run play. So a lot of teams will play like a few more linebackers than others, or they'll bring in an extra D lineman or something. So we just have to adjust to what they give to us and then go from there.
Now, last question for you. Give me one Coach Townsend story that'll make you laugh. Or make us laugh.
Let me think about this. I would say that Cross-Legs game, his and all the coaches' reactions on the sideline, like watching it back in film, they were all going crazy, running up and down the sideline, chest bumping, all that going on. That always gave me a good laugh.
You didn't know he had that kind of hops left in him, did you?
No.
Well, Jake, good luck to you on Friday night. This is one that we always get excited for, and I appreciate all the thrills that you've given me to be able to call your games. And you're a class act on the field and a class act off the field, and I appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you.